Now.
I hear you loud and clear.
How you doing,
What's
man?
up, Aljamain?
Doing all right. Just got out the gym. I actually forgot I was supposed to do an interview. I completely forgot. I'm getting home, and then I'm taking out my meal prep, and I'm like, oh shit. My manager reminded me I had another interview I had to do today. I'm all over the place.
Well,
all over the place right now.
That's all right. You're a busy man. I really appreciate you taking the time, as do Tommy and Omar. For sure. Just to let our listeners know, we got Aljamain Sterling, like we told you, the Funk Master himself. Very excited to have you on. Appreciate that Tommy did the work, and thank your manager in advance for having you take the time out. Just a little lead in for the fans. He sports a 13-2 professional record. That's a 5-2 UFC record. He's currently ranked 8th in the bantamweight division, fighting under the Serra Longo fight team out of Union, New York. Has been successful in the past in other fight promotions. He won the title in Ring of Combat as well as the CFFC Cage Fury Fighting Championships, and now he finds himself in UFC, steadily climbing the ladders, being one of the more exciting up-and-coming fighters. And, I know we all follow you on social media. It's an interesting follow. Tommy obviously knows a little more, just because he's fought in that branch of fight team. He says you like to run. Is that true? You like to run a lot? I see all over your Instagram.
I'm not a big runner, to be honest. Somebody was asking me, and I was too embarrassed to even tell them how often I actually run. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to, just going to not reply to that. But, running is definitely not the most fun workout that you can possibly do. I'll go
it's boring as hell.
I'll go muscle, yeah. But I like to run outside. I hate running on a treadmill. If I can run outside, I'd rather do that over anything.
Right.
At least keep my mind off it that I'm doing the shittiest, most crappiest workout. It's just so boring. I don't know. There's nothing exciting about running. I don't know.
No, you're absolutely right. You hit the nail on the head. Absolutely nothing. So tell our listeners and fans out there, like, how'd you come up with the name Funk Master? Or you're not like some secret DJ in Hot 97,
At nighttime, sometimes I'm a secret DJ. No, it's okay. It's more of like my wrestling style. It was kind of like a very unorthodox wrestler coming up. I started wrestling pretty late, started in 10th grade. And I picked it up pretty fast. We used to do this thing what we call body up, where guys would like try to lock up upper body and try to pick each other up off the ground and slam each other. And I on the back, but I was pretty good at that. And I was always the smaller kid getting the upper hand on the bigger guys. I don't know what it was. It was just kind of natural. So when I kind of made that transition into wrestling, I got cut from the basketball team. I just always had like a weird unorthodox style. I overpowered guys a lot of body locks, a lot of throws. So my wrestling style was pretty exciting. I just wasn't really good at the basic fundamentals. If you ask me how to pitch a shot, I couldn't show you. I couldn't teach you. But you tell me go out there and wrestle, I'll wrestle my ass off, and hard. It followed me all the way through college, and then I didn't actually learn how to properly wrestle until I was like a junior and senior in college. And ever since then, people just call me like, yeah, you got a funky style. Everything you do is weird, and you just, so it's kind of just stuck. So it's kind of like a testament to my my high school and wrestling teammates and style when I was coming up.
You met John Jones and your wrestling team at college, right? I think I was reading.
Yeah, when I was a sophomore in college.
Nice.
I was a freshman in college. He was a sophomore. He was transferring over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And now you guys are, apparently sharing the same card, the UFC 214. Obviously, he's fighting Cormier, and you're scheduled to fight Renan Barão, who's obviously a very respectable fighter. Without shedding, your entire fight plan, do you have a specific, plan of attack to take him out here, or, how are you approaching the fight?
Game plan. I pretty much fight the same way I fight every single time. I'm looking to beat you up. If I can get you on the ground and choke you out, that's what I'm looking to do. But if you resist the choking, I have to punch you up a couple of times and maybe drop a few elbows in your face. And honestly, I try to be as nice as I possibly can be, but I gotta get guys out of there now. So now I open up a lot more with my striking in my last fight, just to get the judges off my back a little bit more than what I've done in the past. and just to make it more solid. People say I need to get back to finishing fights. I'm like, bro, I don't know if you actually watched me fight, but I finished fights. You know, I had 2 tough ones. One where I thought I was going to finish the guy in a full Nelson, burned myself out. Second one was a close fight with the Sunshine, but no one was really going for the finish in that one until like the 3rd round. I started to pick it up a bit. But,
right.
yeah, man, I'm going out there right after the guy. I'm going to put him on his ass. I'm going to put my fist in his face. You know, eventually if he gets up, I'm going to take him back down again. There's no secret what I'm going to do. I think I'm a lot faster. I think I'm slicker on the feet in terms of my movement and my fluidity. I think my wrestling poses big threats and is going to make him very hesitant to want to throw anything and open up too much. And if he tries to throw any of that spinning shit, best believe I'm going to take his back right away, right off of that. And I just can't see what is he going to do? Is he going to submit me? I mean, the last guy was, you know, not for nothing, every fight's different, but the last guy I fought was off of his back and was better on top. And I think I handled him pretty decisively. I just can't really see what this guy does besides catch me with one of those fluke shots. You know, I think he's got a lot of praise, man. I can go on about this, but I think he's got a lot of praise for just throwing those wild strikes and it just lands and it connects and he looks like a hero. But, you know, one thing you do, you throw it and you miss it and you get your ass beat, then everyone's like, oh, you should never do that. You should never did that. But you landed, you're a genius. So I think that's his best shot of winning, and that's just being brutally honest. So he has to catch me in a submission or he has to catch me with a surprise knockout. I just can't see how, and I can't see him piecing me up on the feet. I think I'm a lot faster. I don't know. It's going to be an exciting fight. It's going to be a tough fight, but it's going to be an exciting fight for sure. And I think I had the tools and everything that I need to win it. You know, I believe in myself, and that's all that matters to me. Whatever anybody else thinks, I really couldn't care less.
Yeah, man. My game's a big part of it too.
Are you gonna bring any anti-vampire tools in case he comes in looking with the shaved head, or because that's the only way I could see him beating you. If he comes in with the power of darkness. You know what I'm saying? That's your man. Jesus.
He's a funny-looking individual.
He's a chupacabra, bro. Okay, he scares all the Puerto Rican fans. I can't get my mom to watch. Omar. I can't. He's like, no, it's a no. God.
He's like a Chewbacca mixed with a Furby.
Right?
Oh, shit.
Like after 12. You pour water on the gremlin, and he comes out, he's like, yo, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I've been weight cutting, I want to eat your soul. Aljamain's like, nah, bro. Not today.
Yo, Aljamain, what's up with people saying, like, talking about how you're like, you're obviously a fighter, man. If the finish is there, you're gonna go after it. You're just trying to win a fight no matter what it is. I hate how people judge like that. Like, oh, you know, how come he doesn't finish fights like that? You know, listen, dude, you're gonna try to finish the fight if it's there. I hate how people judge and critique that way. If you win, a win is a win. You know, a decision win's a good. You know, in my book, it's just the same as a finish win. You know, a win is a win, man. I don't understand.
Are they confused? Are they confusing you with John Dodson? Is that what the deal is?
No.
I look at your fights, and you're going for the finish. He's dancing.
Yeah, bro. That guy, I don't even know where to even begin with that guy. But I told Chevy, let's smack that guy. I would definitely like to smack that guy around because he really thinks he's like this hot shit. I'm like, bro, you're 5'2" and you do nothing. You run around and you point fight and you try. I just can't understand how. I don't know, man. Some of these guys, they start talking and they get this. I guess I don't know who's putting this stuff in these guys' heads. I know Dotson's just a little bit out there. I think that's just his personality overall. But
yeah, he's a little out there.
The guy up, and they gave me a more exciting fight, and I was like, you know what? This fight changes my life. The Dotson fight is kind of like meh, you know. So I was like, whatever. You know,
it's a big name.
Happy chase the guy around? I'll chase the guy around if I have to. If I get him down, it's gonna be nice for the guy.
Man.
I will take. I 100% believe I can take down anybody in this division as long as I want to. The Sunshine fight, I wanted to prove people wrong with the stand-up, and I stood up against the dangerous counter-striker, and the guy did nothing. And I just can't, I don't know, man. I can't.
The judging, Aljamain, I think the judging had more to do with that, and you made mention of actually changing up your style after that, right?
Yeah.
Like with the less kicking?
With the less kicking, more striking. I still utilize a lot of kicks, but I make sure I throw those hands in there for sure now. Hey, you know what's fun to me? Just fighting smart, and some people may call it safe, but it's a smarter way to fight. As long as I'm actively looking for the finish, I can't see how anyone could actually complain about what I'm actually doing. I feel like I do pretty exciting stuff in there. You know, it might not be guns to wall, you know, brawling out there, but that's exciting, but it's very smart. And no knock on the guys who do that. You know, I like to watch fights like that from time to time, but I won't be the guy partaking in that, you know. And I just gotta get a little nastier now. So that's what I'm gonna be. That's what I'm gonna be doing from now on. Just getting a little nastier. And if I get these guys down, man, I'm ready to unleash the fury. I'm ready to unleash the funk.
There you go. The funk, baby.
Can you do us a
seem to
favor?
be you seem to be big for 35. What do you walk around at? You know, in off fight weight.
Well, after that last fight, the week after, I was in Nashville, Tennessee with Iaquinta, and I was 166 pounds by Tuesday. That Tuesday after left, 166 pounds, and I was like, bro, I gotta start losing weight, otherwise I'm gonna be a 45 pounder by the time next fight comes around. I'm not gonna make it. I was pushing. I was almost 70, man. That's a lot. And
Dude, I'm telling you, I look at some pictures of you, especially, you know, after like a round or two of the pump, you get going, you know, your muscles start filling up with blood. This dude's a big dude, man. How does he even make 35? I figured you walked around pretty heavy.
Yeah.
That's all right, though. Hey, you get that weight down, it's an advantage for you if you can just, you know, now that they let you weigh in a little early, you know, you get to fluid back up a little bit.
Yeah. I did like it the other way around, though, because I feel like a lot of guys didn't really know how to cut weight, and I felt like that was
a lot of people say that. I don't mean to cut you off. A lot of people are saying that now. You know, St. Pierre, obviously the most, you know, notable one that I've heard. But that's pretty crazy that you mentioned that.
Yeah, I think we got it backwards. If the idea behind this is to make it safer and more practical, so guys can fight closer to their natural weight and not dehydrated, why would you encourage us to cut more weight in a certain amount of time to give us more time to recover so that we prevent injury? I would think that you would learn your lesson. Hey, this weight's not the weight class you need to fight in. You need to go up. They got the new ruling system for California, and you have, in order to be a 35 pounder and considered safe, you have to be 148 as your walk around weight. I'm like, dude,
wow.
I am nowhere near that. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So
no way.
It's kind of insane the way these guys the way they're thinking about it. It's kind of a little bit backwards. I don't know if they actually wrestled before. I think if they did a day of weigh-in, you'll see less and less guys making that drastic weight cut because there's no way in hell you can rehydrate that way, and you're putting yourself at a bigger risk of getting knocked out. You know, it's just fact. Your brain is only fluid up there. It's swimming in fluid up there. So when you dehydrate that to a certain degree, for you to try to go out there and fight, it's not going to happen. You're going to be seeing white spots. You're going to be seeing black dots, and it's not going to be a good night for you. You're going to be way more prone to getting knocked out. And I just think they need to really think about what they're trying to do. Are you encouraging this to cut this weight more? But, yeah, like just to go back to what we were saying, I'm a big guy, but I know how to cut the weight. I lose muscle mass when I get down every single time, and then I blow back up, and it sucks. I'm getting older. It's starting to get harder for me. But I make the weight, you know. I do it like a professional should do it, and whatever. But
you've been doing it your whole life, you know, being a wrestler, you know.
Yeah, but even that, I learned by trial and error. There's times I was starving myself, not eating at all. Like I remember those days, cutting class and sitting in the boys' locker room with a sauna bag on, sweatsuits, my snorkel jacket on, and jogging around, turning on the showers and putting it on as hot as possible to try to lose weight because, you know, that was life for me, you know. That was
so
what
unhealthy.
I wanted to do. Yeah, and it's crazy. I mean, I learned a lot more getting older, and even now I still don't have the most perfect diet, but as I get older, I have to try to really taper down on some of the junk food that I eat to make sure I can get down to the weight class properly and actually perform.
Right.
I used to sleep in garbage bags, cutting weight.
Got it.
That's a real thing, man. Throw the hoodie on.
Spit into solo cups all night. You know, just keep filling the cup with spit.
I still sleep in trash bags, but that's when I miss rent. I guess the only time. You know, but.
So, Aljamain, can you do us a favor? After you win this fight, can you please fight Caraway again, please?
Oh yes.
I'm gonna ask for that rematch. I think it's time. I don't know what he's doing. I hung out with the dude. He's cooler than, I don't know if it's ever since him and Misha broke up, but he seems like a cooler dude now. But I mean, we hung out at the UFC retreat, And he wasn't that bad. I was actually surprised. I told him, I was like, yeah, you're not a bad guy. You're actually not as bad as I thought you would have been. I thought you would have been like a very corny guy to hang out with. But he was actually pretty funny. The guy was busting some dance moves, so it was a good time. But I would definitely love to freaking punch that dude in the face again and get that W back. Because, man, I hurt myself in that fight doing 3 workouts the day of the fight, and he was just a better guy that night. You know, I kind of got in my own head. And I went away from to what got me to where I was, and I learned from it, you know, and that's what this whole thing is about, and that's what life's about in general, just learning from mistakes and just getting back on the horse and learning how to overcome tough times. So I'm excited, and I can't wait. I hope I get that rematch. I would love to get that rematch.
Right.
So wait, you just dropped a huge bomb here. You were at the retreat. Can you please tell our listeners what that whole event was like with Cyborg and Magana, or whatever the hell her name is? I'd love to hear from first account, please.
I was afraid, man. I was going to jump in, but after I seen the way she pressed Chris, I was like, yo, I'm not getting in the middle of that right there. That was you know, and it's one of those things. She was on edge, like she was ready to go, and that's the difference. Chris was, I'm like, we're like almost the same weight class, but she's a lot bigger than I am. I'm like, man, I am not trying to get into a tussle with this beast today, man, because it probably won't be good for me. It won't be good publicity for me whatsoever. Getting beat up by Cyborg, I'm like,
that's a lose-lose.
I wasn't ready. I don't know.
You win.
Did she hit her hard? Like, did she hit her that hard?
I mean, they were like face to face because Cyborg got in her face and told her like, yeah, you need to respect me, blah blah blah. And I don't know, man. If I'm Angela, there's a couple things going through my mind. It's one, you're either gonna hit this girl, or you're gonna have your hands up, chin down, ready for this girl to scrap, so that you could be on guard. But she's like got her hands out by her, like open, like she's trying to just stretch, and she's like like a little chicken head. I'm like, oh my god. You know, she's like, I'm gonna do what I want, and just crack. And there was like little wind up. That's the most impressive part.
Yeah, there was no wind up. That's why I thought it was a weak punch, but it wasn't apparently.
No, man.
Bro, I heard she had stitches like all the way in her mouth, like in the back. I was like, it looked
How
like
is this girl still employed? Honestly, she has no wins in the UFC. How is she still employed?
I don't know.
She's Your Majesty. I don't know. She was cool. I hung out with her too. But I mean, their whole crew was kind of funny, but they're interesting characters. But yeah, I don't understand. I really don't.
That sounds
ominous.
Aljamain, you're being diplomatic.
No. They were cool to hang out with. They were fun. They were funny.
Yeah, fighters are cool, especially if you're in that realm. You know, every fighter's gonna be cool with each other. But how do you feel about your division? It's kind of a little in flux at the top right now. You got one guy wanting to leave. You got the champ who's a little banged up right now. You know, I know you're a couple fights away from maybe potentially pushing that envelope there, but what the hell's going on with Dillashaw and Demetrius Johnson?
I don't know. I don't know what that's about. I mean, the fight that's going to make Mighty Mouse the money card is definitely TJ, because they can actually sell that. And I don't know, but then again, you got two nice guys. Nobody's going to really talk shit, so it's kind of like, is it really going to be that big of a draw compared to the Borg fight? I don't know. It's hard to really say, but it is a bigger fight. TJ's got a pretty big following. And then you got Borg. I feel for Mighty Mouse, but then I understand the business side of it. So it's kind of like, I think he's looking at the way to beat the record with the most, the easier route to beat the record. And I'm not saying that Borg is an easy fight, because Borg is a freaking Tasmanian devil. I moved around with him, played spar with him a little bit down in Arizona, I think last year or 2 years ago, whatever it was. And he's good, man. He's just very, very unknown. So that's the part. I think he still gives Demetrius some fits. The only thing is you got TJ, the technician, and a much bigger following. So I don't know. It's kind of unfair to him. You got this guy who's never made the weight, just coming and jumping the weight class. But I mean, if he can make the weight, he says he can. I mean, he's smaller than Garbrandt, and Garbrandt's saying he can make 25. And I'm just like, how? I'm like, I can't see how I'm this big, and there's no way in hell I can make 25. How on earth are you going to make 25? But I don't know. He's saying that he's eating junk food and he can make the weight. It'll be easy. I'm like, okay.
Whatever,
but,
bro.
I don't know.
It's a tough.
It's a weird time. I just want to fight. Fight, get paid. You know, I got some crazy family situations going on right now, so I'm hoping to be able to buy my first house, and hopefully my house down in Arizona sells pretty soon. Really, really hoping that gets picked up. So.
Right.
Where at in Arizona did you live?
No, I didn't live down there. My house is I flip houses. So Quinta is the realtor. He's got his real estate license in New York. He's doing stuff up here, and he's doing some flips with me. So it's kind of like a tag team thing, you know. So we're trying to just set ourselves up for the future because he had a scary injury. We didn't know what was going to happen with him. I actually live with the guy. This is about to be my second year living with him in September, and you know, watching him and his struggles, and I understood this, but it made me understand it to a better degree. Like, man, you just never know what's going to happen. Something can just take you out, and you know, you take all this for granted, and that could legit just be the end of your run. You know, the guy was 4-4 on a 4-fight win streak, knocking guys out. Had a controversial fight with Masvidal, who's on a tear right now, killing it. I know he just lost his last fight, but it just shows a testament to how good someone could be, and then it can just all be taken away from you, just like that. You know,
like that, right?
Right. It kind of sucks. So we want to make sure we set ourselves up, and good thing we both have. We're both cheap, man. So we're both pretty frugal.
Yeah.
We don't really spend a lot of things. The only time I spend money is on my drinks and experience. I don't go spending money on like flashy stuff and things like that. I like to dress good, but that's about it. So I'm not like shelling out tons of cash everywhere. So I got the majority of my money that I made throughout pretty much my fight career. So doing pretty well so far.
You dress good, you feel good. Look, we won't keep you too long. I just want to ask you maybe a couple more questions. Then we'll let you get out of here. We know you got stuff to do anyway. I try to ask a lot of our guests on this. I know Tommy stands on it, and he's going to be busting my balls later. What are your thoughts on Conor McGregor? You know, good for the sport, bad for the sport. What he's doing now with the whole Floyd nonsense, like, is it his right, or what do you think? Get back in and fight.
I don't know if it's doing anything good for the sport right now. But I know if he were to win and come back to the sport, it would be insane. But I don't know, man. It's a weird thing. I love Conor because of his personality when he turns it on, when the camera's on, and when he's fighting. I think he's a really, really good fighter. I think people don't give him enough credit because they think he takes the easier fights. But when you're at the UFC level and he's fighting these guys in the top 5, top 10, there really is no easy fight. So it's hard for me to really understand that when people are saying that who've never actually been in there. I mean, there are levels to this shit, but
but at a certain point, right? You're pinching. Yeah, you're really picking up straws here.
I think Max gave him a tough fight the first time they met. I think there's plenty of fights for him. I think Khabib gives him a hard time. I think Tony Ferguson even gives him a hard time. The only thing about Ferguson is he was taking a lot of shots. He got dropped 3-4 times versus Lando. Conor being as accurate as he is, I think he lands those shots. I think that might be a short night for Tony. But then you got Tony who fights off of his back, and he's a cardio machine. He's a little crazy. So there's just so many variables to the sport. So I don't know. I think Conor's good for the sport. I think tying up the division is kind of bad. Not kind of, it is bad. So it's kind of be like, take your leave of absence, and then when you come back, make your return if you decide to do that. At this point, if he gets that boxing fight, there's no reason to return. So, let the division just go on, and if you come back, it'll make it a monster,
Yeah.
I think that's the way it's kind of played.
Interesting.
I'm thinking,
definitely.
I'm thinking, though, I know one of us said, hey, you're a couple fights away from making that impact for the title run. I have to disagree. Respectfully, I'm thinking you put away Barao in exciting fashion. I'm thinking you're making a case to get up there. I mean, I think I think you're right on the cusp. You're already exciting, and then you're talking about you want to fight more exciting. I'm like, oh no,
right?
An embarrassment of riches. I can't wait. You showed it last fight. Other than say, everything, God willing, everything goes well, what do you see after? I know we said Caraway, but do you have your sights set on anybody after, or are you just focusing on Barral for now? Like, what are you looking at?
I think I'm just looking at Barral right now. I mean, I haven't really thought about it. I mean, normally I typically do, but I think I'm probably 2 fights away.
Okay.
If everybody stays healthy, I think I'm 2 fights away, because you got Cruz, who's going to get that rematch no matter what with either one of those guys, TJ or Garbrandt. And then you got Sun Tzu, who's on the longest split decision win streak I've ever seen in my life. And and you got Dotson doing God knows what, and then who's the other guy? You got Caraway, who's on a 1-fight win streak or 2-fight win streak? Eddie Wineland, and then against me. So I don't know, like, who else is out there? I win 2 more. I think I can leapfrog those guys. In reality, I mean, look at the way the UFC has been going. I'm trying to keep up with the trend, and I'm not trying to get left behind. So,
Garbrandt got the shot when he was ranked 5th. So you're right. You're about 1 or 2 fights away from that. And then what the hell? At that point, you deserve the shot if he's beating everybody else.
You're active on social. Very active on social, so that's huge. You get your name out there. We're gonna blast your name out there. We're gonna be St. Aljamain. It's gonna be a thing every week. We're gonna put you out there.
Aljamain, you got any businesses or anything you want to plug that's outside the octagon that you want get out there?
Any sponsors? Yeah.
My sponsors, they're like a organic, vegan-friendly company. High Performance Nutrition. They're actually really good because I can't stomach whey protein. So when these guys came around and actually tried their stuff, I actually really loved it. And then they actually signed me, but it worked.
Great.
It's not like a relationship where I have to be like, I gotta post this stuff again. But I really like their stuff. I tell people, like, man, if it was something I didn't like, I wouldn't get behind it. That's just the way I am. So those are my guys right now. Even with us not being able to have the banners and fighting with the shorts, with the names on the shorts, they stuck behind me. They're really good dudes. I got my house that just hit the market in Texas. I forgot the address. I got to actually look it up. And then I got my house in Arizona on the market. 8810 North 6th Place, Phoenix, Arizona. That's my house. So if you want it, go get it. I think Johnny Case is actually going to look at it after this fight, June 25th or 24th.
Okay.
KC.
Nice. Yeah, he
actually lives in the area. So it's pretty close to his gym. So he said he's going to take a look at it after the fight and see if there's anything he could do to maybe snag that up.
He follows us on Instagram. I'll make sure I throw it out there.
Yeah, I got my Funkmaster dad hats and tank tops, Island Boy tank tops coming out, and I plan on going to Jamaica after this fight to do like a 3-4 week tour, and I plan on doing like a little bit of like philanthropy work, just building the brand of MMA in Jamaica. That's where my parents are from. I'm first generation up here in the States. And I think it'll be cool. And I've been talking to these guys back and forth about coming down there finally. I haven't been back there since I was like 9, so it'll be amazing to actually appreciate everything and actually be able to understand what the island actually has to offer. I grew up in a Jamaican household. That's what I eat. So it'd be cool to get down there and really be like the face, or even one of the faces. I know Randy Brown, Uriah Hall, and those guys, Eddie Truck Gordon, and Patrick Williams were all Jamaican descent, and some of us actually born down there. So it'd be cool. So we're going to try to network and get everybody together and really try to, like, help build up the facilities, because they don't really have, like, mats and stuff like that. So it'd be cool. It'd be cool to get down there and help out.
Absolutely.
I was down there for my honeymoon, and I was talking to a lot of people, at the hotels and stuff like that, and was asking them how come they don't have any gyms out there. And they were saying most of the people that come out, with money to open one, they don't really stay open because not a lot of people have the money to be able to pay to train out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough, because some of those guys are freak athletes and would do just so awesome in the sport.
Well, hey, we got a couple, he's first generation, so, basically the same thing.
We've been talking about possibly building a facility, and it'll be very, 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 very affordable. That's the way I want to make it. And
nice.
kind of like
good for you.
Have it in Phuket, where it's just like a it's outside. They have just a thing with the metal thing over the top so that you can train inside underneath that.
Yep.
And it probably has some
Yep.
stuff in there. I think that'd be really cool to do it like that. And
yeah.
I think it'll probably be a great attraction for just
Highlight
about all
stuff.
the talent that have some interest in fighting.
Yeah. Good for you, man. Way to give back.
Game changer down there. You really could. Like,
great.
I mean, I see.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's a lot of folks from the islands. Like, I see Usain Bolt's always talking about going back. He does stuff. Like, it's really awesome to see, when folks make it big, they don't forget. So it's awesome. You let us know. We'll blast it out, when you get that up and going, for sure.
Cool. Yeah, man.
Last question I want to ask you, then we'll let you get out of here. The president of our company, 2 Minute Warning Sports, wanted to ask if there's any pre-fight rituals that you go through.
Yeah, I guess the day of the fight, I always do a workout. And like I was saying before with the Callaway fight, when I did 3 workouts that day, I kind of killed myself. And
Right.
Matt said, he was like, Aljo, save some for the fight. And I was like, no, man, I feel great. And then we went to the back room. We did a warm-up, like the actual warm-up. I was like, yo, I am fucking tired. And I don't know if that translated to the fight. But normally I do like a warm-up. I do a couple, like shadow boxing. I have like my brother or whoever's there with me throwing like some punches, like almost in like real-time speed. So my reflexes are sharp. I'm getting that adrenaline
Quick
rush.
switch.
I'm getting that feel.
Right.
Yeah, that quick switch muscle, just getting everything firing. And then I always take a nap before I head out. Always take a nap. Because I have trouble sleeping, so I think I have sleep apnea, and it really messes me up, man. I haven't got like fully diagnosed with it, but whenever I talk to dentists or anybody, they say that's pretty much all the signs for it, being fatigued and all that. But I'm hoping I can get that taken care of after this fight as well. But yeah, definitely take a nap, and it recharges the battery, and I go out there and I feel great, man. I used to like walking out to the octagon. I try to do that if I can, get a feel for the octagon. That always makes it just makes everything more familiar, because it's not like I'm training there all the time.
Absolutely.
And I just envision the crowd just being full, just hearing the noise, hearing the roar, hearing my coaches, Matt Serra, Ray Longo, loud as ever. You can always hear those guys. So
yeah,
that's like
Matt Serra is great. He is hilarious to me. Like, I love that dude. Just anytime I watch him on video, he just makes me crack up, man. Fighting Nick the Tooth on Dana White looking for a fight and shit. Oh my God, hilarious. But all right, that's cool. Yeah, he must be a trip training with, obviously. Oh man, but yeah, man, we're really looking forward to the fight against Barao. We'll all be pulling for you. We're gonna continuously plug your stuff no matter what, all social media fronts. We'll get your name out there, and we'll try to build the Aljamain Sterling army. So when you become champion, we could all say we were there from the beginning. That's it.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for calling in, man. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Aljamain. Thanks for having luck.
All right, Aljamain Sterling, everybody. Thank you very much for calling in.
Oh, that was so awesome.